And it's a troubling development in them. And Christopher Marco is our Savannah regional correspondent. Is joining us on Zoom right now. Also, we have Richard Kumadoe, a security analyst. Gentlemen, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Alfred.
Great. And Chris, I'll start off with you. With what we are seeing right now, these videos capturing these children and women who are seeking shelter at the police station there. You were there with them a few minutes ago. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, so Alfred, it's a very pathetic scene to see these children and women lined up on the streets of Sola, trying to move away from the conflict area. Alfred, I must say that these women and children you see did not use the roads leading to their communities to the Sola township. They walked through the bush far away from Sola, around the Gwintiri enclave. And so you can tell that these women actually went through a lot before even getting to the Sola police station. All these women and children are doing is to flee the conflict area to other places that they don't even know people living around those areas. All they are seeking is a place that they will be safe. And Alfred, like you heard from the district chief executive for the Sola Tuna Kalba district, Saka Sinkina, the security men on the ground, even though they are doing their possible best to contain the situation, but their numbers are not encouraging because there are more communities around that area. The conflict has moved from the Bintiri community into other neighboring communities, and so that is how serious it is. The escalation level is high, and more security presence is needed to be able to address the situation as it stands now, Alfred. But most of the people are still in the bushes, and I don't know, but I can tell that expectedly they are going to sleep in the bush this night, women and children.
This is sad, to say the least. And we understand a number of them are fleeing to Ivory Coast?
Yes, some of them are fleeing to Ivory Coast because if you look at the Beniri area, it is very closer to Ivory Coast than to the Sola town. So most of them have fled to the neighboring country to seek refuge. Others have also moved around the Upper West region, which also shares a close border to the Sola Tuna Kalba districts.
I see. And also confirm this to us that the death toll has exceeded 10, as was earlier reported?
Yeah, so yesterday it was 5 that was reported. During the day, at midday, we reported that the death toll was still 5. Later, we got information from security personnel on the ground that the death toll is 10 and could even be more than 10 as a result of the escalation into other neighboring communities.
I see. Chris, stay with me. And this is why I bring in Richard Kumadoe as well. Mr. Kumadoe, I mean, learning this detail and now this death toll, we understand, exceeding the 10, which we earlier reported. This violence, which has displaced the women and children we are seeing on the screen right now, is believed to have been triggered by a protracted land dispute and has persisted despite the deployment of military and police personnel to the area. What should be the most appropriate response to what is happening now?
Looking at the pictures, it's a bit worrying. This is a community security breach, and this is a large scale of insecurity around the affected communities. Safety has been compromised, security has been jeopardized, and it happened at the speed of light. You will need more than just a physical presence of security officers. This is where your NADMO comes in. We do not have the capacity to deploy as quickly as we will want. And it goes back to what I have been saying, that as a nation, our preparedness in managing emergencies will need to be revised, and we will need to be looked at it again. If we are more coordinated and we are more prepared in advance, we could rehearse and anticipate such high levels of security risk vulnerabilities and will be prepared. As it is now, the holding area within the Solar police station is very small. You need more numbers to ensure that safety is guaranteed, at least for a night or two. And you also need the social amenities our mothers and aunties and children will need, particularly to be able to survive these 2 days. So it's back to square one that as a nation, we will need to look at our preparedness towards managing national emergencies. But above all, who are the owners of this land? And why should a land that belongs to somebody, that somebody bought, will have the tendency of displacing these large numbers of people, creating insecurity and creating high levels of safety breaches for them? Going back to the basics, our tendency to manage issues in this country is getting weakened and weakened by day. Then also, we always keep running away from the truth, and we don't want to face it head on. And to the extent that you do not punish people or persecute people that flout our laws, these are some of the consequences we are likely to get. Because I have always been of the view that non-punishable of offenses will always rationalize bad behavior and promote antisocial tendencies in society. What we are seeing tonight, from morning to this evening, is one high level of antisocial tendencies in society.
I see, but then again, this is despite the presence of the military and police there, Mr. Kumadoe. So if you talk about the geographical area being too big for the deployment as we have it there, this is happening even in the presence of the police and military there.
Alfred, if you know that whole stretch very well, we are talking about Solar, Tumu, Tana, Bolibamboy, even straight up to Wa Central, and they are crossing it over to Hamlet or to the town our brother, the reporter, mentioned. It's a very vast area. Were they prepared for this? Yes, no. Did they have intelligence in advance? I believe so. But security failure or security operation failure do not necessarily mean that you have intelligence failure. Our lack of coordination and our lack of preparedness in managing national emergencies such as this, is not just bad, but it is poor. And I'm saying that if you are aware of the area we are talking about and how such things can spread as quickly as possible, it might take them by surprise. And the element of surprise is what security officers do not want. We are talking about people in the bush. We are talking about people walking very long distances to get to Solar police station. They see the holding area at the police station to be a safe haven for them. Do the police have the amenities to provide safety and to grant comfort? No, that goes way beyond the military and the police. That falls within the ambience of the NADMO people. The local NADMO do not have capacity, and by the time you move them from Tamale or Wa or to some of them and go back into the area, some level of vulnerabilities would have occurred. So we need to move as quickly as possible to grant them safety for tonight and probably for tomorrow whilst we look for solutions.
I see. And Chris, this is all about, we understand, a protected land dispute, correct? That's led to this violence and the displacement of these hundreds of women and children we are seeing. Land.
So, Alfred, and it's very unfortunate that this is happening at this time when the people should be in their farms trying to ensure that they get their farms in good shape, weed around, and also to be able to be food sufficient. Unfortunately, from now till probably the time that some relative calm would have been restored in the area, these people who have fled will not be able to go to their farms. And you can tell what will happen in the coming days. But Alfred, let me also just add that the Brifo Youth Association, the Gonjaland Youth Association, and other youth groups within the Savannah region have issued statements calling for calm in the area. First of all, they have also been meeting the various opinion leaders to ensure that they begin the peace drive or the peace talks with them so that some relative calm will return into this area. Particularly, like Mr. Kumadoe said, they are calling on NADMO to take immediate steps because of the humanitarian issues that will come as a result of this. First of all, these children and women at the Solar police station, the questions are, have they eaten, and how are they going to survive this situation from this night till the next day? And so calls have intensified for NADMU to step in.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Christopher Marco is our Savannah regional correspondent. He is there at this site as we speak. The videos we're seeing, the night videos, came through just about some 30 minutes ago. Mr. Kumadoe, just as you recommended, we have just received a statement from the Ghana Police Service. This is breaking news coming through right now, fresh on the plate from the Ghana Police Service. There's a statement which we're going to put on the screen right now. They're saying police deploy reinforcement teams to beef up security at Sola, Binyani, and the surrounding areas following the recent communal clashes in the Savannah region. The Ghana Police Service, in collaboration with the Ghana Armed Forces and other stakeholders, have intensified security at Sola, Binyani, Generi, and other adjoining communities in the Savannah region. Police reinforcement teams have been deployed to beef up security and restore calm in the area. The Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete-Yohono, is leading a team from the National Police Headquarters to further assess the security situation and engage with the chiefs, opinion leaders, and other community leaders. And they are urging all parties to remain calm and work with the security teams to ensure lasting peace. So, Mr. Kumadoe, this development is addressing an aspect of the problem. But the root cause of what we are seeing is a land dispute, a protracted land dispute. What should be done to address this root issue?
Yeah, definitely yes. We thank the IGP for his proactiveness. But what would the police do? Their main objective in such situations is to achieve safety compliance and for security assurances to be guaranteed to the people. Besides that, the police is not in there to deal with the root causes, which is the land dispute. And I have stayed in Upper West Region, West Central, for almost about 10 years. And I have families there. And that whole stretch from Bolebamboy to Hamley has always been my zone. And I'm a little bit saddened this evening. And I think opinion leaders must speak. The church must come in. The traditional chiefs must wake up. Everybody who has something to do with this, we need to look at our face in the face and look at one another in the face and say, we've gotten it wrong. We cannot be killing ourselves. Politics will have to be taken out of this place. And it's a trap. We cannot be killing ourselves because of a land. Somebody owns the land. Apart from the shanties, where all the lands belong to the stew, which is Ashanti Hini, lands across the length and breadth of this country are owned by individuals, they are owned by families, and they are owned by clans. It is a time we adopt a new strategy because then guess what? We passed the Land Act, it didn't work. The chieftaincy institution didn't help either. It is time as a nation we change our strategy and our approach in dealing with land ownership and who does whatever with the land. You cannot bastardize a whole large communities because of land. Somebody is not telling the truth. And the police must fish out people who took advantage of this vulnerability and committed crimes against the people. We cannot live with criminals in our society anymore.
Thank you very much. Richard Kumadoe is a security consultant. Thank you for joining us here on Ghana Tonight.